and welcome back to your science class. In today's class we are going to talk about few reactions of acids. Okay, if you remember in the last class we talked about the various chemical properties of acids. Okay, we discussed that how acids react with metal. Do you remember? When acids react with metal, they form salt and hydrogen gas. For example, let's take any acid like HCl. Okay, if you react HCl with magnesium, which is a metal, so what you will get? You will get MgCl2, which is a salt, and hydrogen gas will be given out. Okay, so this was the basic reaction of acid with a metal. We also talked about reaction of base with metal. We all know that not all bases react with metals. I already told you the reason why. If you haven't watched that video, you can see that video first, and if you haven't attended that class, so you can ask me that first. So in today's class, children, we are going to talk about the another chemical property of acid, that is how acid react with metal carbonates. Metal carbonates. So first you need to know that what is metal carbonate. So when metal reacts with carbon dioxide, they form carbonate. Okay, for example, here you can see here I have taken one carbonate here, which is Na2CO3. So this is a carbonate. Basically, when you see CO3 at the end, it means that it's a carbonate group. And here Na is a metal, so it's a metal carbonate. Okay, which is sodium carbonate. This is sodium carbonate. So let us see how metal carbonates react with acids, and also how metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids. Let us see, that's very simple. They all basically give the same products. Okay, so you need to remember the products that are given by acids while reacting with various compounds. Okay, so here acid when react with metal carbonate, write it down in your notebook. When acid react with metal carbonate, it will give salt and water and carbon dioxide. Clear? When you react any acid with metal carbonate, it will give you a salt, water and carbon dioxide will be given out. Okay, remember this salt will be in aqueous form, in dissolved form. This will be water, carbon dioxide will be as a gas. So this carbon dioxide gas will be given out in the reaction. Okay, let us take one example. It will be clear. For example, I have taken here Na2CO3. Na2CO3 is sodium carbonate. You know that already. Sodium carbonate, which is in solid form. S is solid. S is solid, we discussed that physical state. Sodium carbonate react with HCl, which is hydrochloric acid. It will give what? NaCl, Na, NCl will combine, plus H2O, H and 2O and CO2. Okay, so here NaCl is in aqueous form. I told you aqueous means water soluble form, soluble in water. Aqueous, H2O will be liquid, L, carbon dioxide will be in gas, G. Clear? Now you can easily balance it. When you will balance it, we will put 2 here. Why? Because we need to balance the reactant and product side. We have done that already, because here you can see nitrogen, sodium has 2 atoms. So here also we have to get 2 sodium atoms. So that's why we have written 2 here. Similarly here for hydrogen I have kept 2 here. Why? Because here I have 2 atoms of hydrogen. So it has 2. So that's why I have written 2. Okay. So that was this first reaction. Now let us discuss how acids react with metal hydrogen carbonate. So like I told you, metal carbonates are like Na2CO3, MgCO3, okay, CaCO3, calcium carbonate will be CaCO3, sodium carbonate will be Na2CO3. Okay, so carbonate has the ending with CO3. Okay, similarly metal hydrogen carbonate also has ending with CO3, but they have a hydrogen atom here. Okay, so this was Na2CO3 sodium carbonate. So NaHCO3, this is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so HCl when react with NaHCO3, then also what is the product? See here. Acid when reacts with metal hydrogen carbonate, then also they give salt, water and carbon dioxide. Clear children? So whenever acids react with metal carbonate and acid react with metal hydrogen carbonate, the product will be same. The product will be that they will give us salt, water and carbon dioxide. Okay, so let us complete this equation. HCl plus NaHCO3, what will be the product? NaCl, because we have to find out the salt. We all know NaCl is a salt, sodium chloride, that you basically it's also called as common salt. You generally use that in your kitchen. Okay, food we cannot imagine food without this salt NaCl. Okay, so there are various other salts as well. So we have to determine the salt here. So Na and Cl. So they both will make a salt NaCl. So salt is there. So for sure it will have water and carbon dioxide. That's it. So reaction is complete. Clear? So remember this NaCl will be in aqueous form AQ. H2O will be liquid. Remember children, H2O doesn't mean always liquid. Because when water is present in steam form, vapor form, then also we write H2O. Okay, when water is present in solid form, ice, then also we write H2O. Okay, in order to specify the physical state of that compound, we are writing there physical state. So H2O is here in liquid state, whereas carbon dioxide will be in the form of vapors. It will be given out as a gas. I hope you understood this. So in exam, what they will do is they will give you half of the reaction. They might give you half of the reaction, like they will write Na2CO3 plus HCl or any other carbonate like magnesium carbonate, any carbonate, aluminium carbonate, calcium carbonate, potassium carbonate. So they will ask you complete the reaction. How you will complete the reaction? You know that you have to find the salt, write down the salt, and you don't have to think anything. You know that metal carbonate is reacting with acid, so for sure you will get water and carbon dioxide. So this is how you can do this. So these reactions are very important because they help us in getting so many useful salts. You can see that we are getting so many useful salts with the help of this reaction. Is that clear to everyone? Everyone note down these reactions in your notebook. Okay. Written everyone? Okay, so I am erasing it. So one thing children that you have to note about carbon dioxide. Okay, here you can see that when metal carbonate, for example, when metal carbonate is reacting with acid, so it is giving us salt, okay, and CO2 and water. So basically how we can tell that this carbon dioxide is present? Remember I told you that if hydrogen gas is present, H2, to test the presence of hydrogen gas you can conduct a flame test. If you bring any matchstick or candle near a hydrogen gas, it will give you a pop sound. But what about carbon dioxide? How will you tell that carbon dioxide is present? Firstly, carbon dioxide gives brisk effervescence. Brisk effervescence. It means a rapid escape of bubbles. You can easily relate it with that. For example, many of you enjoy common that soft drinks. Yes. So what happens when you open the cap of this of that new sealed bottle? You hear a sound. Okay, that sound is of carbon dioxide. Clear? So that brisk effervescence means that rapid escape of bubbles, carbon dioxide, is basically a test for carbon dioxide gas. Whenever you hear that brisk effervescence, it means that carbon dioxide gas is there. And that is true also, because in all those soft drinks we have carbonic acids. We have carbonic acid in them. So maybe any metal carbonate is reacting there, or any other compound is reacting, but they have a carbonic acid. Okay, I hope children it is clear. So brisk effervescence is the test for carbon dioxide. You can note down this word in your notebook. Very quickly note down. Okay. Now children, there is one more test for carbon dioxide which is also very important. The test is when you add CaOH whole twice, which is calcium hydroxide. When you add calcium hydroxide with what? With carbon dioxide. For example, when you react these two, that is calcium hydroxide and what with, this is known as lime water. This is lime. Okay, or slaked lime. So when you react these two, okay, the mixture that you get, that is CaCO3 and it turns milky. Okay, this turns milky, like it becomes milky like of texture. So this test also can tell you that yes, carbon dioxide is present. Clear? Note down this also. Clear everyone? Okay, so you can easily tell that if you add lime water in carbon dioxide, that this lime water will turn milky. So you can write down lime water turns milky. Lime water turns milky on adding CO2. This is very important. They will ask you directly which gas will turn lime water milky. So the answer will be carbon dioxide. They will ask you which gas burns as a pop sound. So your answer should be H2, hydrogen gas. Clear? Okay. Now children, also we one little more information I would like to give you regarding metal hydrogen carbonate. Just now we saw that how metal hydrogen carbonate react with acid. I mean, you take any metal hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3, which is sodium hydrogen carbonate. When this sodium hydrogen carbonate it reacts with acid, take any acid, HCl, what it will give? It will give salt, NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Okay. So what we are going to talk here? We are going to talk about this metal hydrogen carbonate. Children, this metal hydrogen carbonate is also known as baking soda. Okay. Remember you use baking soda in your home. Your mother might be using that for cooking, for baking. So that is this compound. This is metal carbonate. And which metal hydrogen carbonate? Sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so you can write down this is also baking soda. Baking soda. We also generally use it as an antacid. Because it's a base. It is a base. So it is also used as antacid. When you get acidity due to overeating or any other reasons, so you are advised to take antacid. Antacid means antacid. They will relieve you from the excessive acid in your stomach or acidity in general. So the compound that you use is NaHCO3, which is also called as baking soda. You can write down this. Write down everyone. Clear children? So one more thing about carbon dioxide. Keep on writing all these important terms because they are very important. Now here children, this carbon dioxide gas do not support combustion. It do not support combustion. It do not support combustion. That's the reason why it is used in fire extinguishers. In all the fire, CO2 is generally used in fire extinguishers. Clear? Because it do not support combustion. Why it do not support combustion? Because it is heavy than heavier than oxygen. In the atmosphere we have oxygen which supports combustion, but when you put carbon dioxide over it, that oxygen settles at the bottom. Okay, that oxygen gas settles at the bottom and the fire is extinguished. So you can write down that which gas is used as in fire extinguishers? Carbon dioxide. So well children, this was all about today's class. In the next class we are going to take another chemical properties of acids. Okay, till then you revise all that we have whatever we have to cover till so far, and that's all for today's class. Have a great day everyone. Bye bye all.